Rather than looking at life as happening to you, I'd like you to look at life as happening for you. So let's be honest, we're all human beings. It's tough living this thing called life. There's not a whole lot of easy days. We have personal difficulties, professional difficulties, challenges that we face constantly. Maybe within our marriage, maybe financially, maybe with our job, it doesn't matter. But in our weaker moments, in our times of stress, in times when life just didn't seem to be going our way, how many times have we said in one way, shape, or form, life's just falling apart. I can't get a break. Nothing's going my way. Life is crumbling all around me. Is life falling apart? Or is life falling into place? That's a question I really want you to consider, because I think how you answer that will readjust your perspective. And if we can readjust your perspective and you can start looking at everything as happening for you as opposed to everything happening to you, now life becomes a little bit easier. Life becomes a little bit higher quality. We start recognizing blessings and things that are happening for our betterment, whereas before we might be looking at them as detriments to our personal or professional success. So there's two things I just want to share with you here real quick in this video. The first one is a little perspective readjustment. Some people look at life as happening to them. Why did this happen to me? Why did she do that to me? How could my boss do this to me? Well, there's a couple things about a to me mentality. The first is when things are happening to you, you're a victim. How many of us love being a victim? Nobody. If something happens to you, you're a victim. You had no say in the matter. You had no control over the matter. And against your wishes and against what you wanted to see done, something just came right at you. A to me mentality means you're a victim and you had no say in it. So here's my first challenge for you. Let's switch it. Rather than looking at life as happening to you, I'd like you to look at life as happening for you. Maybe something doesn't make sense. Maybe you wish something happened in another direction. Maybe you lost a client. Maybe you're going through a divorce. Maybe you got fired. I don't know. But let's look at life as happening for you, because when something happens for you, either short-term or long-term, you learn from it. You're better because of it, and you grow as a result. So now what happens? By going from a to mentality to a for mentality, rather than being the victim, you're the beneficiary. Rather than having something negative happen, everything is happening for your betterment, for your growth. So even if it doesn't make sense right now, even if you didn't want this to happen, even if it doesn't seem like it's going in the right direction, if you look at everything as happening for you, you're going to better because of it. My firstborn child, Kennedy, was born 2.5 months early. We endured time with my wife on bed rest in the hospital for several weeks. He spent the first several weeks of his life in the NICU. I couldn't hold him. I couldn't touch him. It was one of the most traumatic times of my life. But when Kennedy was born, that was the first baby to be born, the first grandbaby to be born for both sets of our parents. And my father-in-law, that was his first grandchild. He was thrilled by it. He would get emotional holding him. He was never happier than when he was with his only grandson. Well, regrettably, a few weeks after Kennedy was born, my father-in-law suffered a fatal heart attack. The day my father-in-law died was November 2nd, 2012. The exact original due date for Kennedy, November 2nd, 2012. Sure, we could look at Kennedy being born early as happening to us, woe is us, the financial cost, the stress, time in the NICU, but rather it happened for us, because had Kennedy been born on the exact original due date, he and my father-in-law never would have met each other. What a stressful day that would have been for my wife. The same day we bring in our first child, she loses her father. Life happened for us as opposed to us. These are things that are blessings in our lives. These are things that we should recognize as helping us, as for our good. So my challenge to you is this. If you encounter a situation, if life isn't going according to your plan, if something is stressful, something right now you just don't know how it's going to get any better, trust that it's happening for you as opposed to you. And maybe rather than you looking at life as everything falling apart, maybe, just maybe, everything has fallen exactly into place.